Alright, so today is 10 DPO and I had a very faint positive today on my cheek test. So I got some of these and I'm just gonna do it for the heck of it. Alright, so it's been a couple minutes and I'm gonna look at it. There's a second line there. There's a second line there. Oh God, I hope this is real. Do you see it? I can see it. I can see it. I'm pregnant. Good morning. Today is 12 DPO and I just took a test and I am so scared because I just wanted to have 2 lines and I don't know if it's gonna have 2 lines. I feel like it's there, but it's really faint. It's definitely there, it's just, it's not dark. I just want it to get dark. Like, you should be able to see it right here. 'Cause I can see it through the screen. You should be able to see it. So today is 13 DPO and I took a test again this morning and it was a Walmart test, so like I had such a hard time seeing it. There still was a line there, but it was very, very faint, and I figured I would go ahead and let the doctor's office know that I had a positive so I could get some blood work done, so I can know what the number is. So I just left getting my blood work done, and I guess they're gonna call me tomorrow and tell me what my numbers are. And I'm really upset at myself because I said after my miscarriage I was not going to let the heartbreak of that steal my joy for another pregnancy. And that's what I'm doing, and it's making me mad because I just want to be pregnant and stay pregnant. So I'm scared. I'm really scared. And you know, everything could be fine and I could just be overreacting. But I mean, after you lose a baby, nothing is ever the same. So I guess I'll let you guys know tomorrow what my blood work says. Good morning. So it's day 14, DPO, and I'll get my blood results in a little while, but I just figured I would go ahead and take my last one of these and see what it says. There's still a really faint line. Like really, really faint. But it hasn't gotten darker at all. God, I just want to know what the numbers are, because I can see it. But it's not dark, and it has not gotten darker, so I don't know. I don't know. Hi guys. I'm about to break your heart. Today is day 14 and you saw my test from this morning, and I don't know if you could see it, but I could see it. Within the time frame, there was still a line there. So the doctor's office called me while I was at work today, and they said that my beta from yesterday was negative, and
I said, okay, well, what was the number? Because, I mean, I still had a positive test. What was the number? And she said, well, it was less than 2. I was like, okay. And I know that if it is less than 5, they say that it's negative. So I'm like, and I told her, I said, but my test this morning was still positive. And she said, well, it's probably just leftover from the trigger. And I was like, no, it's not. I tested out my trigger. My trigger was gone. Day 8, past trigger, was gone. I don't know if you can see it, I don't care. But 8, 9, 10, and 11 past trigger were all negative. And then 12 past trigger, there was positive. What is this? 10, 12, and 14, yes, I took apart my first response test. All 3 of these are positive, and they were all read within the time limit. And there was a line there, and then after they dried, there was still a line there. And then, you know, these 3 are just Walmart tests, but I mean, even those, and I have taken so many freaking pregnancy tests in my life. If I have not been pregnant, there have not been evaporation lines. There has not been any line on there after. There's a squirrel. There's not been any line on there after they have dried. Like, I have done everything I could think of. And I mean, there's lines on these tests. So she was like, well, it's negative, and oh God, what'd she say? Sorry, apparently you can tell by my face that I've been crying all day. She said that, Penelope, please stop. Oh God. Here, sit with me. Sit with me. Okay. Penelope. She said that she would talk with Dr. Ingram and see what he wants to do, and I said, no, I don't want to talk to Dr. Ingram. I only saw Dr. Ingram because my doctor was not going to be there for the day of my IUI. I don't want to see Dr. Ingram. I don't want you to talk to Dr. Ingram about me. Tell all of this information to Dr. Ramey and have his nurse call me, because I don't want to talk to Dr. Ingram. My first IUI with Dr. Ramey was fine. It didn't hurt. I didn't bleed afterward. And the one with Dr. Ingram, I bled for 4 days after the IUI, and it was so painful. Like, I don't want to see him again. And so a little while later, she called me and she said that she talked to Dr. Ramey, and we could do one more cycle, and if he wanted to, or if I wanted him to, he would call in some more Clomid, and he wants to see me in 2 weeks, so we can discuss what to do from there if I want to do another IUI. And she was like, but he said to let you know that this is going to be the last cycle. If it doesn't work, then we're going to have to refer you to a fertility clinic for IVF. And I'm like, I don't have the money for that. Like, anywhere close to the money for that. So it's just been really hard because, like, I was pregnant, my tests were positive again, and now I'm not pregnant anymore again. And this is so hard. And I know I need to just pray and trust God, and I do, but I mean, like, I feel like if I'm not doing my part, He's not gonna bless it, so I'm doing everything that I can so I can have a baby. And it's just hard. Because that's my biggest dream, is to get pregnant and to stay pregnant and to have a baby and breastfeed. And I mean, I love Magnus with all my heart, but he's not mine. He's hers. I'm never gonna be his mother. I'm never going to have carried him in my belly. I didn't give birth to him. He's not mine as much as I love him, and I can't fix that because you can't do that. So I just want a baby that, you know, is me. So they called in my prescription for Clomid, and I'm probably gonna go and pick it up tomorrow. But I don't know if I'm gonna take it. I'm not giving up, like, at all, because if I do, then all of this that I've done and I've worked for is for nothing. So I'm just gonna do everything that I can, and don't bite me, you jerk. I'm gonna do everything that I can and take all the vitamins that I can, and, you know, she keeps biting me. But, I mean, the whole reason I was on Clomid is because I wasn't making eggs on my own, because I was in menopause for 13 months. So, I'm sure that, you know, God can do miracles. I'm sure he'll do a miracle for me, but it's just like the whole, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to be a mother. So it's really hard because it just feels like it's getting further and further away. So I haven't started bleeding yet, but I mean, I've been charting for so long, I know how my body works. So my wonderful, oh look, triphasic. My triphasic chart, you know, because that was supposed to be implantation, has dropped the last 2 days, and I usually start bleeding 2 days after it drops, so I guess I'm probably gonna start bleeding either tonight or tomorrow, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, Lawrence just was like, well, we can't do IVF because we don't have the money. And I'm like, yeah, I know. You don't have to remind me. I know we can't do that. And he's like, well, we can just do it the natural way. I'm like, okay, I want to do it like that, but you have to make eggs so you can have a fertilized egg and be pregnant. And I don't know. So, and I've been so sick. But everybody that is in this with me, my heart goes out to you. Nettie, I know we are on the same page right now because you pretty much just had the same thing slapped in your face yesterday. So, people don't understand. If you got pregnant just because you decided, hey, I'm gonna get pregnant, or even if you got pregnant on accident, like, you can't just tell us to relax and it'll happen, or just stop stressing about it, or stop thinking about it, or, you know, it's not really that important, it can wait. Like, no, you are not in my heart. You do not know what I dream about, what I have always dreamt about. You don't know me and what this is to me. Like, this is solidification of who I am, is to be a mother. So if you haven't been here, please don't say anything. Just pray for us and be done with it, because the more advice you try and give, like, we have literally tried everything that we can find to try and it still hasn't worked. So just pray for us and be encouraging, and don't be condescending because it just makes me want to punch you. Sorry this has been such a horrible video. I hope it didn't ruin anybody's night. Unlike mine. Poor Lawrence. God, I didn't even tell him that I had gone to do my blood work yesterday because I was planning a surprise. So I had to tell him today, because, I mean, last night, like, I cried all last night because I just knew that something was wrong. And today at work after they told me, and I cried the whole way home. He was like, what is wrong? And I told him, I was like, well, I was pregnant and now I'm not again. And then I told him about the whole IVF thing, and he was like, well, we can't do that. I'm like, I know. So I'm sorry I rambled so much, and I just wanted to be outside, so I'm chilling on my wet hammock because it stormed last night. And I'm gonna go try and enjoy my life until I get a miracle, because that's what it's gonna take. So you guys pray for me and send me good vibes, and just be kind to people, because people that aren't kind makes me angry. Alright, I'm sorry guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos whenever I have anything interesting to say or to show. I'm so sorry this was sad, but you know, it's life. That's why I do this, so I can talk about it, because Lord knows if I can't talk about something and I hold it in, then it's not good. So I talk about it because it makes me feel better, and it's helpful to other people too. So pray for me because I really need it. I'll talk to you soon.